Okay, here's the end result of everything that we just did. You've got all your winners that have been pulled that are all gold. Here's all the students in a separate box as well. This is a specialty box of a piece that we kept separate because it's just a large piece, but we know where it goes. So we're just going to keep it boxed up until we actually go to the district. So this is all of your hard work of where you're going to end up with everything that you've got pulled right there. That's it, guys. Okay, so we're here at Jeff Dow's studio at the District 14 Addies judging, and so what we're going to do now is compare some of the other entries that of how they actually put together the entries and show you ours and why, and give you some examples of why we actually do that. This is it's a nice size entry. I'm not sure if this one's actually sent in or not, but you know, it's an envelope. It's padded. If everything was like that, but it's, as you can see, it's kind of difficult to get the entry in and out. It's secure, but that's about it. This is the other one that's kind of popular. There's just a basic envelope. Again, it's about the flimsy nature of it, and you can't actually see the entry. That's the kind of thing that we would go for, so that we can see it. This is obviously a plastic entry, but I think maybe this one was sent. But if you don't have a standardization, this is the kind of thing that you actually end up with. Again, here's another kind of entry. You can't see the entry and such like that. This one, plastic entry, whoever did this kind of has got the right idea. They've got the plastic or the cardboard inside of it, so this is not bad. It's a little bit small, however, because it won't hold all of the various sizes that you get. This one's not bad either. Again, a little bit small, but it's something that where you can get the piece on one side and the entry form on the other, no problem. This one, it holds the large entries, but if you can imagine trying to keep track of this in a box where they are all going to basically fold up on you, okay? So, you've got all of those examples, and then you've got, this is how we do it. The cardboard, double-sided, you've already seen it. The point being is that when you put them up, it becomes your filing system, and that's what holds it all together, saves you a lot of time. These are the various entries. If you don't have a standardization, you'll come up with all of these kinds of different entries. Now granted, these came from different districts, but the point being is that what you want to do is to create some kind of standardized form that or package that you're going to use for all of your entries so that they are consistent, they're easy to handle, and handling them is really the big thing about that. Okay?
This is what it has for me. It has great photography, it has special effects, it's got elegant design, and it elevates the brand. To me, that's the most important thing. It takes the category to another place. I think it has all those pieces working.
Okay, so if you're flipping through a magazine and you come to one of these ads, do you stop and look at it because it's compelling? I think you do. Do you stop and look at some of these other ads because they're compelling? I don't know.
It is unique.
Like, I don't know if I would stop and look and read this.
No, I wouldn't look at that.
I know. Think
I
about like,
look at maybe the wine one either.
Yeah, if you look at it in the context of your W magazine or something.
Right. It was well written.
So Jim from the Greater San Francisco Ad Club is handling the district bags and all the shuffling and everything. So we're going to get his opinion. So Jim, what are some of the challenges that you have with the bags from all the different districts? What's the biggest problems?
There are a number of problems. If you take a look at some of these bags, this is not so bad, but the problem is resealing it for shipping, particularly if they worn, and protecting the entry itself. One of the most difficult bags to work. When you get to thin things like this, particularly if it's artwork, layout work, that sort of thing, it has a real risk of being bent. And the problem is you're looking at least 3 to 4, maybe 5 times that these things are being opened up, pulled out, put back in each one of the levels as you go from the local to the district onto the national. And so
durability is kind of an issue.
Yeah. So the real issue is that when you get, let's say you've gone all the way to national, by the time it gets there, it's all folded and manipulated and turned to muck. It's hard to compete. All right. One of the things that is a real problem, you can see this particular entry right here. This is one of those real thin bags with the sealant on it. These things, the sticky on here has a tendency to want to stick to the artwork itself, so you can actually rip away some of the artwork or the color off of these things. It's a real problem in both sealing them and protecting them. It may be easy when you're first putting them together, but when you consider opening and closing 3, 4, 5 times, the damage to the artwork is very real. The best of all the bags.
What about the size issue of the different sizes? I mean, is that's
a good
the
question.
consistency of size is kind of an issue?
Back to this, all right. I have no idea what the size is, but this is probably too large for whatever the entry is. But it would be nice if there was some consistency. The other part, what you guys do here in Reno, this is probably the best solution to actually sending off your work. It's a basic size everybody would submit in. What you've done is you've insisted that there's a cardboard back in the inside, which means it's
We actually supply those to each one of the entries.
which is a great idea. And we want to jump on the bandwagon with you so that there's some consistency, number one. Number two, it's going to protect the artwork. Number three, when you're actually shipping from location to location, you can stack them into a box. They're all going to be protected, and there's it makes it a lot easier to actually pull them out for judging and all that.
And then, of course, having the tag up here at the top where you can see it really easily is something that we also do.
Absolutely correct.
For readability.
Well, plus when you're laying these things out on the tables for the judges, when you have a tag like that, you don't have to go through the whole process of trying to hide who the entry is because it's not showing up.
Right.
So, combination of your solution to the problem is the best solution, quite frankly.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we'll get the number, the catalog number for ordering the bags, and we'll also have the sizes of the cardboard inserts that we have chipboard, actually cut board. So we'll have all that supplied. But thanks a lot.
No, my pleasure.
Okay, so what we've done now is we've brought all of the entries together, both the alphabetical file and then everything left over from the competition that we used for the display and for the actual judging. So everything is combined into one pile now. So this is everything that you're looking at now. What we're doing is we're going to be separating all of the entries out of the bags for the end of the year. We basically just take everything out, and then we're going to store the bags for next year. So basically, you'll have everything that you have ready for next year's event to hand out. Now, in some cases, somebody forgot to put a tag on, so we just wrote one on the bag. For this particular bag, we just throw that away. Okay. So what you're wanting is you end up with clean bags. We'll take and we'll store those into these large containers. So all these will be clean, they'll go into these containers, then we'll seal them so that dust and everything else doesn't trash the bags. So next year, when you're ready for your drop-off party, those people coming in, you've got bags all ready for them that they can prep, or for your larger agencies, you take a big pile of bags and just give it to them, and then they actually have the bags at their office for them to put together both the alphabetic and the numeric, what will become the numeric listing entries. Okay? So that's the final chore for actually big prepping for next year.